like I haven't mapped it. Hey, what's going on? It's your favorite blurred click, ready to talk blurred shit, and you already know who you're messing with. Let go. So, The Last Samurai Standing is out now officially. But that's not the only thing we're going to talk about, because I know everybody probably hasn't seen that. It just dropped on Netflix just a couple days ago, and I will give my review of it, but I'm not going to spoil it. So worry not, y'all. Worry not. We're not going to do spoilers like that. And I know you already thinking, whatever, Vince, you know you don't know how to goddamn not spoil nothing. Well, I'm not going to spoil it, all right? And you can kind of hold it to me today. I'm going to keep myself from spoiling. But in addition to that, Running Man also hit theaters yesterday, and we've got some exclusive interviews with some of the cast. Am I right, Anthony?
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
Hello.
Very
all right. And in addition to that, not only did that come out, but I don't know if y'all been peeping it, but One Punch Man dropped a few weeks back. It's now on, I think, episode 3 or 4, right, Ty?
Like that? No. It's on episode 5.
Okay, my bad. Damn, you had to say it like that.
I mean, that's it. When you say episode 3 or 4, it don't seem like
okay, my bad.
Episode 5. Episode 5.
All right, okay. All right, I'm sorry. All right, so I've been corrected. All right. And in addition to that, for those out there, I know it's not something everybody here watches, but for those that are into the Book of Power, the homie Ty actually got a chance to interview some of that cast as well. So let's get into it. We also have not gotten everybody's opinions about Predator Badlands. Like, you know, it did come out last week, and I may have a science motherfucker up my sleeve. So don't go nowhere, because this might get kind of fun, y'all folks. Let's go ahead, tune in, bring a friend, hit that like, subscribe, comment, and please make sure y'all are active, because this is interactive. This is the new Blurred Order. Let's go ahead, get on into it.
Shout out to the new Blurred Order. They're my people. They're my bloody family. So check out our chat. It's been wonderful. Blessings. Shout out to the new Blurred Order. They're my
That's right. Shout us on out, baby. And before we go ahead and get started with The Last Samurai Standing, listen, man, it's a cool day. I just want to say what's up with my peoples. What's going on? Yazzie, what's happening? What's going on to the homie? Look, it's the hoodie dot day. You know what I'm saying? After this, we finna go out there and murk somebody in this bitch. You know what I'm saying? We outside. What y'all talk about? It's like I feel like Onyx, like the top half of the screen. It's like, let's figure out what. So it is what it is, man. But yeah, extra double, come see the freedom. Now, everybody want to sound grimy, yo. I remember I used to work at Champs in the mall, not too far from where I went to high school at. And one time I was selling this one lady and her daughter some shoes. And she was a little short on the price. And she started talking to me. She's like, oh, man, we should call your dad. Yo, her dad. And then she whispered over. She's like, her dad is famous. I was like, what famous for what? And she was like, oh, well, he's an Onyx. I was like, Onyx? Who is he? Fredo? Who is he? Like Sticky Fingers? She's like, nah. It was the only one that don't nobody remember his name. What was
Sun C? His name was Sun C.
Was it Sun C? The dark skinned one, right?
Yeah,
the bald head.
It was Fredro.
I didn't know his name. He was like, they was like, sus. I was like, which one? She's like, sus. I was like, oh, and because I wanted that sale, so I was like, yo, what? But yeah, she was, and it didn't feel like he was an active father either. Anyway, I don't know how we got into that. I just looked at me and I thought that he looked like
put all that man out there.
But let's go ahead and jump into a couple things real quick. So I like to start off at least just by speaking about what I've been able to see with the Last Samurai Standing. I'm not gonna look, like I told y'all before in the get. I see y'all already in the comments talking about yeah. I think y'all are all the way inside in front of this. Oh wow. I'm not looking at us on. Oh, I gotta hit the. Oh, come on. Where's the Instagram? Freaking Instagram. You definitely showed it. Oh, wow. Oh wow. I guess I'm not on IG. Yeah. I'm not going to sit there and lie. I'm not from the 1900s. I'm not going to sit there and act like I'm not. I am. So it is what it is. And I'm proud to have made it this far because a lot of my boys ain't. But anyway. So yeah, check this out. The Last Samurai Standing just debuted recently, and I just got a couple thoughts on it real quick. Ty, I got a feeling you got a chance to check out a little bit of it as well. I hope.
I saw it all. I saw it all.
You saw it all? Oh, okay, bet.
Yeah, I
Well,
watched
then let's okay, bet. Let's chat on it. So, if you are a fan of Shogun, if you're a fan of Squid Game, this kind of feels like a combination of those two things. All right. Now, I'm not gonna lie, it's not Squid Game and it's not Shogun, but it has elements from those two. Okay. So Squid Game was a little bit more complex, a bunch of baby games, this, that, and the third. That's not exactly what all this is. And also, Shogun had a much deeper historical, accurate, whatever, it's like it feels like there's some truth to the story that's being told. This feels like it's completely fiction, and it also is based on a novel, from what I understand. And so yeah, it's a good ride for those that are down for the ride. I particularly did enjoy it. Ty, I'm trying to do non-spoilers, so I'm trying to figure out like what are your thoughts on Last Samurai real quick before we move on to some of these interviews. By the way, exclusive interviews that we've got here of the cast of The Running Man and Power Force. And we might even give you some Mighty Nine this week. But for right now, let's stick with the Samurai. I just wanted to tease y'all so y'all don't go nowhere. Talk to me a little bit, homeboy. Like, what's your feelings after watching The Last Samurai Standing? First thoughts.
Well, first off, let me just say I like your reference to Squid Games and what was it?
Squid Game and Shogun.
However, I would probably lean more to Last Samurai. Remember that movie? Remember the Last Samurai?
Yeah, I do. I
would
tried to forget.
Yeah, I know, but I would definitely say this is more Last Samurai and Squid Games, because it does kind of talk about the so-called extinction of samurais. You know what I'm saying? Which is kind of the same thing as The Last Samurai. And I from start to finish, it started off a little slow because they have to tell you what the stakes are and what people are doing things for. So I get it, but once it gets started, oh buddy, it only ramps up as the journey goes, as the characters kind of all come upon each other, all maybe or maybe not, maybe some of them know each other, have familiarity, but I think after I got to the third episode, Vince, I was in after the third episode. The third episode hits. I was like, okay, now here we go. And then again, action packed. And then there's scenes and things that build up, and then you get into those scenes, and then things don't go the way you think they would have gone. And then that was the part that I was like, whoa, okay, y'all not playing. So I would definitely recommend this if you're into martial arts type movies, if you're into action packed movies. This is for you. This would be for you. And it seems as though we're going to get a whole nother part to it. So, which would probably include another 5 to 6 episodes. Right. I'm excited about that as well. So yeah, I'm 2 thumbs up for me.
2 thumbs up. Okay.
2 thumbs.
I'm gonna give it 1. The only thing. Okay. All right. Thank you. The only thing that I think I wasn't expecting was for it to get so behind the. I'm going. I'm about to do it. Let me just say this. It's definitely worth the watch. One thing that I found extremely fascinating was the character. There's a few characters in this, kind of like with Squid Game, where you're like, damn, that motherfucker's ruthless, right? Like there's a couple that I'm thinking of in particular that I want to withhold in there giving out all the information about, because I truly believe that this is one of the things that you got to see it in its totality, not knowing whatever it is about it. But just to kind of add on to what you've already referenced, it is an interesting time, and this does kind of go into Shogun, which we've all seen, if I'm not mistaken. The Shogun does kind of speak to that transitional period between the sword being king and the gun being the king, right? And that's kind of what some of the plot is in Last Samurai. Is like, yo, to an extent, Cheeks of War had that a little bit as well. Like, once the gun came around, like all the big bad warriors, the samurai that could chop you up, like they became a little obsolete. So this delves into like what it is that not only goes into that thought process for those that were not samurai, because you got to remember, like when samurai walked the earth, everybody wasn't a samurai. So some of them folks was in there like, hold up, man, how am I supposed to compete with y'all? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just a lonely servant in this house, and you came in here with a sword, and now I'm supposed to be able to fight you? Like, nah, bro. So some folks felt like, look, it is my duty to pick up these swords and armor. Some folks felt like, listen, man, I don't want to live in a world where I am held hostage by folks with swords that could easily just run through and pillage my village. So there's a storyline here that I think is told that is not necessarily one that we've explored at great length. And for that, and it sounds like Ty as well, is recommending this. I would very much like to come back, and perhaps maybe after we do this, we do our live show, maybe we'll break down a little bit more with some spoilers. So be on the lookout for those on our YouTube channel to see what we actually think about it, with a few more spoilers. Shout out to me for the new graphic that I made, because I think it's pretty cool. What's up, Ty?
Well, Vince, you said you started with, I only gave it one thumb. And then I thought you was going to tell me what it was that you didn't like about it to cause me to get it.
I was, but I was scared that I was going to start spoiling it. So I stopped. I literally was. I was about to go right into it, and I was like, whoa, I can't even tell you why, because there's no way I can tell you without spoiling it. Like, there's literally no way. All right, there's no way I can tell you without spoiling it. But if I can give it a thumb and a half, is this like can I do like this?
I mean, all right.
Like a thumb and a half. Cool. Is that a thing? Cool. Yeah, it's like a thumb and a half. No,
I don't know.
I can't. 1.5 thumbs.
Yeah.
I'm very confident. Is this a thumb and a half a thing?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, you see how that looks? I'm glad you can see how that looks. Like, I'm glad I could do that.
All right. Well, let me say this much then. Look, I told Ty when we was talking on the phone about this, I was like, this is like watching a live action anime. It's like it feels like watching an anime that's in theatrical form. Like they take those. Remember when we watched Cowboy Bebop, and they take those extra steps to make certain scenes look almost exactly like they would in anime. Like, you're gonna see that in this. You're gonna see where they actually, you know how when anime like they charge at somebody and then everything in the background becomes like just lights and you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't exactly see that, but there's versions of it where they're clearly. A couple things I will note for those that did watch Squid Game. This is not Squid Game in that Squid Game is a South Korean thing. This is Japanese. It's a samurai. So that in itself distinguishes it. There's a whole bunch of other things to distinguish it, but I will wait till y'all leave your comments on the video that we drop next week. So make sure you have your notifications on, because we're going to go ahead and drop that video. And I'd love to hear whatever everybody else in here thinks about The Last Samurai, because I thought it was pretty dope. All right. Well, anyway, let's go ahead and move forward. Now y'all, if I'm not mistaken, got a chance to see Running Man, or did you not? Did y'all see Running Man?
I feel like we're watching it right now. You out of breath, like you just was running a fucking mile. And you're like, God, I was about to say, hey man, you need a minute? Like you said, are we?
Well, I'm talking a lot in a short period of time. All right, and my lungs ain't what they used to be. Especially, I put them through so much. I put my lungs through so much trauma, man. So you gotta forgive me, bro.
Don't want to lose you behind a podcast.
Yo, hold up, man. All right, well, listen. The last Samurai was dope. You so stupid. But I personally haven't had a chance to see Running Man. Before we talk about Running Man and maybe even get into some of our exclusive footage with some of the folks that we have on tap that may or may not have had an opportunity to actually interview the people that are in Running Man. Are we setting that up right now? Don't go nowhere. That's on the back. So, I didn't see the first Running Man, Ty.
What?
Yeah, I didn't see the one with
original Running Man.
I didn't even see this Running Man. Nah, man. So if I saw this movie, I would be
underrated.
completely.
It was underrated. I will say it was underrated.
It was underrated.
It was underrated.
Go ahead.
That was just back in the day when people couldn't really understand Arnold. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like I think, you know what I'm saying? Like Arnold is a great. First of all, let me just say this, because I think flowers need to be given to this man. Arnold is a great action hero, action movie dude. He's great at it. The language gap was the language gap for Arnold initially was a struggle. Like if you watch Arnold's old movies, and it was bad. It was you. Yeah, that was later. That was later. And to the Chopper was later. He had worked on his stuff by then. But what I'm saying is like his earlier projects, it was a little bit to go through, man. But as far as like action, this dude, he all of the roles that I saw back then, the Total Recalls, the Running Mans, Arnold gave you every bit of all that energy that he works out with back then. He would give those, lean those. So when I look back from classic action movies, even it was like a video game one he did too that was kind of funny. But yeah, Arnold is that guy in terms of that. So to anybody who remade this would have to give that same energy. So I haven't seen it, but I can hear from the comments that people enjoyed it. So if it gave you nonstop action from beginning to end, then that's what the fuck Running Man is. That's where Running Man is. So I'm anxious to hear. I'm anxious to hear what Anthony's got to say about it, because I'm sure. And have you seen it?
Nah, I haven't seen it. I wanted to see it. It's on my watch list. It's on my watch list.
Gotcha.
No, but Kira got to see it. So Kira was able to see this. No,
Kira unfortunately couldn't make it today on the live broadcast, but in spirit, Kira is here. Her work is here. Her signature is here. Her productivity. So real quick, for those of us that haven't seen it, which I think is all of us at this point, now, could you set us up? Could you set this up for us? And I know.
Well, I saw the original. It was on Netflix. I did my homework. I was like, look, I'm gonna at least get this out of the way before this movie comes out, so I don't end up like Vince on live. So,
shots thrown.
No, but I saw the movie, the original. So I'm going into this with a little bit of expectations. Now, the original was a fun movie, but to me, watching it with 2025 lens, it was what I expected from Arnold back then. Like the movie starts off with absolutely no plot. My man is just randomly a helicopter pilot who decides, you know what, I don't want to do this no more. Just turns against the system. And the movie goes from there. So I'm hoping with this movie is not as mindless. We have a little bit of plot as to why this character is thrown into the game of the Running Man. But Kira was able to talk to the cast for us and give us some insight from their perspective.
All right. Well, I want to show these interviews, but before we get into the interviews, can we maybe talk about who the cast is so we have an idea of who it is that Kira is interviewing? So in the Running Man, because you know how we get down. We black folks, we like to talk to each other You know what I'm saying? Like we like to talk to folks of our own kind. But I believe, could you list off some of the folks that she interviewed here, Ant, if you don't mind?
Oh yeah, so she got to speak with Daniel Ezra, and she also got to speak with Jamie Lawson.
Nice. Okay, so Daniel Ezra and Jamie. Ooh, I mean, yeah.
Yes.
All right, so just wanted to kind of just give us a little bit of a background. Jamie Lawson. This is Jamie Lawson, for those who are unaware, one of the stars of this movie. Oh wow, look at her. And she looks familiar. You might actually, some of y'all might be like, hey, I've seen her before. Here she is. Let me put this on the screen for y'all. Check this out. Bam. Look what that is. You recognize her? Mm-hmm. If I'm not mistaken, was it?
Yep.
Yo, she's. I'm not gonna lie. I'm getting a little
like.
I'm getting.
Give him the forecast.
Is it just me? Is it just me? I'm getting storm vibes. All right, I always do that. Sorry, but this is Jamie Lawson. She's in it, and our colleague was able to interview this lovely young lady. So why don't we go ahead and get into that right quick? This is the NBO exclusive. I cannot wait till I get the graphic that represents how dope that is, or at least the sound or something. And I'm putting it up on the screen. Let's go ahead and give Kita her just due, homeboy. All right, whenever you're ready.
It's muted.
Company the alums like Viola Davis and Wendell Pierce. And like them, you've built a career on choosing layered, grounded roles. What's something about Sheila that audiences might miss if they only see what's on the surface?
What's something that audiences might miss if they only look at it on the surface?
Yes.
About Sheila or just about the movie in general?
Sheila.
I think if you're only looking at the surface, it's an interesting question. Reason why is because we were really intentional in crafting her and her relationship with Ben, that there is no surface read, that you get. I would hope people understand that they are a team at the end of the day, that there's real love between them, that you can understand that she's doing the best with what she's got, and she doesn't blame her husband for the predicament that they're in, even if it means that she has to put in extra hours. She's willing to do that because she looks at it as a team. So I hope people get that, because I think they've done a really good job of driving that point home in the film. So I would hope. I mean, if they don't get that, then I would question if they fell asleep at some point. Which shouldn't happen, because this movie keeps you on your toes with all the twists and turns and action where you're like, you dare not blink because you're going to miss it.
And honestly, it feels like it's going to be quite loud. So everything will wake you up at some point during this movie.
Yeah.
Do we one last question?
Sure.
Sheila also feels like she's got a storm brewing beneath the surface. What pulled you towards her energy as a character?
You're funny.
I love
it. What pulled me towards her character? Honestly, I loved the way in which she's written in this film. It's a bit. She gets to have a life in a way that she didn't have it at all in the original film, and her experience, I feel, is more relatable in this film than what it was originally written in the 80s, right? Because we get to really understand, we can all resonate with this woman who is doing the best that she can, and even still her experience is getting completely distorted for the purposes of the network and what they're trying to sell to folks, right? And so that was immediately what attracted me to wanting to do this is I was like, I'm always looking to honor the women in my life. And there's a lot of women in my life who can resonate with that, who feel like they're not being seen fully for what they actually are doing. And here's an aspect where she is seen fully by her husband, who will defend her till the end. And if nobody else can help, he's determined to help restore her and her child's dignity.
Pause. But not like that, pause. But pause, because this is such a great interview. This is old girl from Sinners.
She was also
right?
a woman
who didn't shower, right?
Yeah.
Before becoming a
I'm done.
Yo.
I'm done. That's how we're gonna. That's how we remember.
I'm not throwing nothing. I'm just in case you didn't remember who she was. That's all I was just trying to.
We know who she was, Ben. Didn't have to paraphrase that on just that part. Thank you.
I wasn't trying to knock her. It ain't like she was like, hold on, I ain't. You know what I'm saying? Oh boy was like, no. No.
I can't.
I'm starving.
But yo, this interview was going hard, man. Like I'm so. I mean, first of all, ding, 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 you heard she felt that storm energy was right there, man. So I'm glad we was able to identify with that. But yeah, man, like since you saw the movie before it became a remake, and can we at least maybe compare and contrast some of the older movie with the newer movie? For instance, does her character no, we can't. Okay, all right. So all right.
Nah.
There was no character like her.
All right. I mean, look, they remade Dune, right? And I mean, some of those characters they cross over, right? They're remaking a bunch of, when they remake stuff, it's sometimes the characters just aren't who they were before. They remade Little Mermaid, you know what I'm saying, and Scuttlebutt. The seagull wasn't a seagull no more. So I'm just curious if some of this stuff transferred over, but I guess it didn't.
No, none of it transferred over. Well, I can't say none of it, but this character in particular isn't a direct correlation from someone in the original film. The original film only had like a couple of women in prominent positions. And from what I've seen of this movie has more. So yeah, so this is a different new interpretation of that original story. I think this was a Stephen King novel.
What?
So in some way it connects to Derry.
Somebody make sure we on point with that. That would be crazy, because it'd be crazy if we fuck around and we see the Running Man in Derry.
Yeah.
Somewhere. So we'll see how that works. Let's continue with that interview. Let's see what else we've got going on there now. If you could go ahead and play that bad boy.
No, that is the thing. I really hope audiences, they're going to come in for the action, as they should, but I really hope people are captivated by all of the characters and the storylines that are really baked in this film, which is a testament to what Michael and Edgar wrote. Like it is a full experience beyond just an action film.
Okay, I'm excited. I'm very excited for this, actually. I was around for the original, so I'm super excited to see.
Oh, good.
As well. Congratulations on everything again.
Oh,
wow. Well, hey, thank you so much, Kira. That was awesome. Yeah, we don't always get all the time in the world for all these interviews, so she definitely made the best of her time. And yeah, I mean, I ain't gonna lie, when I get geeked up when we get to interview people in these dope movies, especially the ones that look like us, because I feel like they get to not just the ones that look like us, but the ones that think like us. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like they get an opportunity to express themselves in a manner that they don't necessarily always get to when they're being interviewed by other people. Am I tripping on that, Ant?
No, that is something that's very, very real. It's very, very honest, because just like from our perspective, right? It's hard to be in the room, right? There's so very few of us in the room. For them, they rarely get to be interviewed by someone that looks like them. So they get to put their guard down. And it's refreshing. I've seen Black actors and actresses on red carpets go out of their way to make sure that they give me time, even if their agent is pulling them away. And it's just because, we see us so very infrequently.
Yeah, I present as Exhibit A. Will you recall when Loud Sama, your brother, was on the red carpet for Peacemaker, and Tasty, as Yaz would call her, was like, "Hey, brother, go ahead, get your question in, brother." You know what I'm saying? It was like, okay, moving on. She's like, "Nah, brother, answer your question, brother." I love that, man. I love that, man. So shout out to Running Man for giving us some access as well, and of course, big shout out to Jamie Lawson, who, man, I can't unsee it anymore. She looks like a young Yatide. Am I tripping, Ty? Am I tripping?
No. I actually would, as soon as her face came on the screen, right? That was the first thing that popped in my mind. I was like, yo, she looks so much like Yatide. And like I had totally, for whatever, I just saw a beautiful black woman on screen. I was like, damn, she's beautiful. But I had totally like forgotten that she was in Sinners. And yeah, like that was the same reaction I had when I saw her in Sinners. So I've been Yatide from day one with Storm. But if we can't, for some godforsaken reason, get Yatide, then I would pleasantly accept a Jamie Lawson as Storm. Yes. 100%.
Yeah. She's giving Storm energy. I'm digging it, and I love that Kira was right on it. It was a mind meld. She just right on it, man. Just right on it. So we got to check out the Running Man, y'all. I look forward to Anthony. Let me ask you this real quick. Would you haven't seen the new one either, but would you recommend somebody watches? This would probably be a better question for Kira. So when hopefully we get a chance to speak to her again. But would you recommend this? Does somebody have to watch the old one to be able to understand the new one?
No. I would say that this story in particular, is a standalone thing. You don't need any type of research, any type of homework. But Stephen King fans, we're going to be looking for those clues that connect it to other things. But other than that, you don't need to do any homework.
Okay. All right. Well, I will look very much forward to it, and big up to Kira for getting this. Now, this is not the only interview we have from Running Man, if I'm not mistaken. Check the private chat if you could, and at some point in time. And yeah, let's go ahead and show some more love, because if I'm not mistaken, there's even more shenanigans that we can get into based on the Running Man cast. Oh man, what we got here? Ooh,
Josh Brolin.
Is it Josh Brolin?
I mean, no. I was saying that I saw that on the thing just now. I was like, I didn't realize there was so many big names. You got Josh
Coleman
Brolin,
Domingo.
you got Coleman Domingo, yeah.
Ace.
Coleman Domingo. Who? Oh, Daniel Ezra. Who else? Coleman Domingo. Yeah, Josh. And in the original, Ty, it's you saying that he doesn't actually talk that much, like Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Who? Well,
Schwarzenegger.
I mean, he's the lead actor. He does talk, but I think in the original, and it's been so long since I saw the original, but in the original, from what I remember, it literally it's a game, and they start and it just doesn't, like, it's just action. It's just action from one scene to the next, action, all the way up until the end. Like so.
If you remember the plot, like it was like some end of the world, like dystopian future, and things were already like taken over, where corporations were just working hand in hand with the government. And it's very similar to The Long Walk, another Stephen King story. But all they do is watch this TV show called The Running Man for entertainment, because their life has gotten so bad. And The Running Man is just when they take any random criminal and make them run through this gauntlet of life and death, and if they're able to make it to like the other side of this maze, then they can get their freedom or whatever it is that they want. This film, like I said, is probably going to follow that formula where they throw Glenn Powell into that gauntlet, but it's going to be a completely different background. It's probably going to be a completely different setup, and they're introducing new cast to make it work. They're introducing a lot of new cast.
And Vince. Oh, I'm my bad. Go ahead, man.
No, I was gonna say, but yeah, there wasn't a lot of talking. There wasn't a lot of setup. All it was just throw Arnold Schwarzenegger into this game.
Okay.
And I think the difference that from what I saw on the trailers and whatnot, the biggest difference I think in the original and this one is that they had like a designated area for like the places for the criminals to go through. So they had like they would send them through like tunnels and stuff like it felt like it was under the city, right? And where they had them, like, so it was a designated area. This Running Man seems like it's everywhere. Like it's like you're this dude is going through a whole city, going all from up the like that was I think the difference between the original Running Man and this one is that their game had been around for a while to the point of designated areas, and we have these things for this and this for that. That this one feels like, yo, you get sent out and you got to make it across the city by a certain time. I don't know if that's the case, but I'm thinking that's more what we're going to see, which is a more open network.
Well, let's talk a little bit more about who all else is in this project. So as we see here, we've got the Running Man, which not only stars the homie
Jamie Lawson.
Lawson. Man, look, I stopped doing this in the morning. The things that I do. But it also has, like we said, a young man by the name of Daniel Ezra. Not sure if all of you recall, but he might look a little familiar as well. Here was one of his announcements here when he did finally join the cast of The Running Man. I believe Daniel Ezra has been in a couple other projects. He looks familiar. All right. And so we definitely
that football show, right? He's from that football show,
from
right?
Ballers?
No.
No.
It's a very popular, it's a very All-American. That's it.
All-American. Yeah. Okay. I don't watch All-American.
I mean, I don't either. That's why I couldn't. But it is yet because we don't watch it. It doesn't matter. It's still very pop. It was a very popular show, and it's
absolutely
right.
Yeah, definitely want to give him his props. So yeah, we got my man Daniel Ezra here, and to speak with him, we've got none other than our wonderful Lady Mandalore. So without further ado, let's go ahead and rewind that bit to the beginning, and let's go ahead and give them what they want.
Good morning again. My name is Kira. I'm from the Movie Blog. My question to you and statement: as a born and raised New Yorker from a dying demographic myself, I know how hard it is to believe in something that feels too good to be true. What makes Ben different this time? Like, why does your character believe in him when he didn't believe in others?
I think they're very different, but I think he sees a lot of himself in Ben. Ben isn't a typical like action hero. He's from where he's from a similar class. Like, he's very working class everyman. And I think those are people Bradley knows. And I think he understands that his back's against the wall. They both have relatives that are sick and in trouble, and they bond very quickly, and I think they see themselves in each other in a really delicate way. And I also think Bradley's just really smart. I think he's really smart, and he's learned just how to read people. You know, he's a wannabe revolutionary, he's a rebel, and you can't do that without getting your trust broken at times. And so I think he's learned I think he has really good skills at deciphering who's real and who's not. And I think he can see very quickly that Ben is real.
Okay. If I have one more question for you, it might be a little bit spicy. Did you and the team ever talk about the Great White Hope angle and how your character might be used as a prop up for that type of narrative?
No, we didn't. I don't really think that exists in this. I think this goes so much beyond race. I think this, at the end of the day, is about family and what we're willing to do for our family and to save the people we love.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much for your time. I appreciate it. And good luck.
Thank you so much.
Hey, Kira doing the Lord's work. Hallelujah. So yes, that is Mr. Daniel Ezra.
British actor, huh? Another British actor.
Oh, you think? you noticed? Did you notice? Yeah, and I, you know, I'm not a hater. You know what I'm saying? I don't mind it. You know, I'm not a hater of the, you know, the Eurovision as they call it. But, it is what it is. I mean, I'm just gonna keep it real. They do better accents than us. It's just it's too much. It's too easy to duplicate to imitate the American accent. It's much harder to do a New Zealand accent or to do a British accent or Manchester or Liverpool or whatever. I'm sure after Yaz's acting classes, she's gonna come back pretty strong with it.
That's not what you do in acting classes. Like, I don't know what you think you do. You don't practice accents in acting. I mean, like,
hello, good day, chap.
It's not what you think it is.
I am the Witcher.
No, I'm actually learning acting, not playing. There's a difference.
All right, man. But yeah, that's cool. All right, so just I thought it'd be kind of cool to, and as the movie blog rep, man, who's kind of giving us a key into this world. I'm not sure if everybody is aware of the format of what goes into these interviews. I know I've been enlightened, and I hope it's okay if we kind of share a little bit, because if you're Minnie or Harmony, Markeisha, if you're any of y'all, you know, Serenity, whoever's in the Skylar, if he's still here in his bathrobe, whatever's going on out there, then you might be asking like, yo, why you only ask those couple questions? Oh, you got more? You have more?
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah. Okay, cool. You might be asking like, why you only ask those couple questions? Well, it's because we're working with Anthony in the movie blog. We're one of many different entities that are looking to interview these folks within a short period of time. And so sometimes you get 5 minutes, sometimes you get 4 minutes, sometimes you get 10 minutes if it's multiple people on the cast. But by the time you start getting close to that 5-10 minutes, unlike when you're on the New Blurred Order, you try to just squeeze off a couple more questions. There's somebody in the comment section saying, you are over your time. You know what I'm saying? Or you get close, or wrap it up. 1 minute left, 30, 29, 28, 27. And so you're like, oh, okay, hold on. And you don't want to mess up the opportunity to be able to have them on again, right? So I think that's why we choose the questions very selectively. And we also are very, very careful about monitoring our time, so we don't be considered one of the delinquent folks who can't get on the list of the junket. So that's why we didn't ask him for, oh, so why are you stealing all our jobs? You know, or nothing stupid like that while she was on it, which would be a dumb question anyway, obviously. So I thought that was pretty cool. Now, not to make you feel as if Kira, well, first of all, let's just shout out Kira, man, because that's a big deal, man. Good job, Kira.
Oh, yeah.
Appreciate it. We'll definitely talk about it again when we have her back on, which I believe will be in the next week or so. But not to be confused, if you thought that Kira was the only one that had an opportunity to see some of the folks, to speak with some folks, there is also another project. And again, I don't know how many of y'all are into this stuff, because I mean, I was in it for a little bit, and I may have taken a little bit of a step back, but there's a project out there called Power. Ever heard of it? And on the show Power, there's a guy named Tommy, and there was Ghost and all of that, and you know, that's kind of taking all the new life. So now we have the Powerverse, right? Which is basically, you know, you got Ghost, and you got Kanan, and you got Ghost's son, and then you got Tommy right here. And in the Powerverse, we have, if you're unfamiliar with it, this dude that plays the role of Tommy. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, he leads this particular show, right? The Force one, it's on season what? Ty?
Three.
Season 3? Okay.
Season 3, yes. So this is his spinoff
It's the
show.
final season.
Yeah.
Final season, by the way. This is season 3 and the final season.
The final season of Power, Forced Ghost, where the homie Ty
Force Ghost.
Power Force.
Force Ghost. Power.
You gotta.
Oh man,
That could be the next way.
All right. Look, Ty could you kind of tell us a little bit about your experience? We got some of your interview here, if I'm not mistaken, with Miriam and Shane. Talk to us about what it is that drew you to the world of Power, how it helped you get through these interviews, and what do we expect from these interviews, fam?
Well, I mean, I'm always into, you know, anything street like Shy, you know, The Wire, Power, and I love to support, you know, our black producers and sometimes moguls in this case for 50. So you know, I did the whole Power journey. So I watched all of Power, and then I went and did the you know, the Power Force, the Power Ghost, the Canons, the BMFs. So I'm fully immersed in the Powerverse. So when the opportunity presented itself, and you know, I had an opportunity to talk to the cast, I was excited. You know, so because I'm fully familiar with all the characters. I know the journey. I know what they're, you know, what it looks like on screen. So I couldn't wait to get an opportunity to talk to them.
Right. And I understand that this is the first one we're going to show is with a young lady by the name of Miriam Hyman and Shane Harper. Anything you can tell us about these folks?
Well, for those people who also follow The Shy, Miriam plays Dee, which is the mother of the wife of the mother of Kevin and Keisha, for those who follow The Shy. So she's already, already has her, her acting chops out there. She's already putting her stuff out there. And she just, it was just a great experience. So I was already familiar with her as well. Shane, when you see Shane, you'll realize you've seen Shane before, and a lot of things. He was a child actor. He started kind of early in the game, and he's grown up, and here we are. So this was my first opportunity to interview them, and I took it.
My man. All right. Well, let's go ahead and see what Ty came up with in this interview. Here we are with an exclusive. I got to move my own sound effects until I get the actual sound effect. The exclusive new from Ty Bricks in the new blurred order. You're tuned into WNBO on behalf of the movie blog. Exclusive. Coming from the bad Ty Bricks.
Hi, Shane. I'm Tyleen Robinson with the Movie Blog. It is a pleasure to meet both of you. Hi, Shane. Hi, Miriam. How's your day going so far? I hope we haven't got on your nerves yet.
You see his face? No complaints. No, I'm kidding.
Well, let me get right into it. Let's start with you, Miriam. You've had the pleasure of being a part of some really successful projects over the years, and you were an integral part of those projects' success. What has it been like to work with this cast and crew, and also just bringing Stacey Marks to life?
Oh, thank you. It's been a blessing. All the projects that I've worked on, I'm really thankful for every space that I've been in, been able to inhabit, all the cast that I've been able to work with. This show to me has been really special because it allowed me to play in a realm that I haven't typically been able to play in. To be a U.S. attorney, it's like, oh man, one of my heart's desires to want to play an attorney, period. And so to be given this opportunity to play with this cast, to be back in Chicago and play in this wonderful city, it's just been nothing but a gift and a blessing. And I'm just so thankful for all of the success that Power has had overall, but specifically with this series, it's just been tremendous. And I look forward to, just more projects and being able to bring all of the energy that was instilled in me for Force and to take those into other, particular projects that I work on. So it's been fantastic. No complaints.
Yeah, you don't play no games. Stacey Marks don't play no games. And I'm gonna need you to leave Shane alone. I mean, you've been putting your foot on his neck.
It's such a nice neck. It's such a nice neck,
Be gentle.
Be gentle, right? Now, Shane, you've been in the industry since you were 9 years old. Is that when you knew, hey, I want to be an actor? And how is the role of Vic different from some of your other roles?
Let me go ahead and pause it right quick if we could, because Ty just went into another actor. But yeah, big up to Ty for holding it down with Miriam at first. So yeah, let's go ahead and pause it for a second before we get into Shane. But did you get your questions answered from Miriam, homeboy?
Oh, absolutely. One thing that and this was my first time kind of doing it. Not first time doing an interview, but the first time doing an interview in the format that it was, with the Zoom layout and all of that, the different things that come along with it. And so you're right. In this moment, I have a chat open right next to me, and and in that chat, the lady, or whoever the moderator is basically like, you have 1 minute left. You have, wrap it up. Make this the last question. So like you're literally thinking about, okay, I gotta do all of this and get it out. And so, I was glad that they both answered the questions in enough time to allow me to ask another question for each person. So that was the biggest part of it, man. But nah, they were both really, really graceful. And so was the whole entire cast. Everybody was really fun.
Okay, so tell us a little bit about Shane Harper and the role he plays. Like what exactly were you looking to kind of get out of him? Because I mean, you've watched the show, so you've been kind of familiar with him, for a few seasons, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Shane is on the show, is the son of a mob boss. The mob boss gets killed, and Shane has the responsibility of taking over the reins of mob boss. But he also has a sister who wants to take over as the mob boss of the family. But because he's Irish and they have their own, customs and standards, a woman is not allowed and from what they say, to run the organization. So there is a back and forth with the sister, a play for power. It winds up going horribly wrong. They lose everything. Tommy comes in, swoops in, takes over their territories. And now Shane is basically, he works for Tommy. And in the midst of all of that, he gets knocked by Stacey Marks. Stacey Marks is the district attorney, I believe, or state's attorney or something like that. And she puts a case on Shane, and now Shane is an informant. So now Shane is working as an informant for Stacey under Tommy. And that's why I said, yo, you putting your foot on his neck. You don't play, because throughout that whole process, he's like, I could die. She's like, so? You know what I mean? You gonna do what I told you to do, or you going to jail. It's either that you die or jail. Which is it? You know what I'm saying?
It'd be like that.
It'd be like that. And it only gets worse. And it only gets worse. So that's
all right.
That's,
well, let's check out a little bit more of this interview, if you don't mind, and we're gonna go ahead and see what else Ty can get out of our fellow Power Force Ghost star.
I caught the bug doing, kids theater, when I was young, and I started off as a professional dancer in the business and then ended up moving into acting as a career. And I just feel really blessed that I'm still able to do it after all of these years. I mean, going from being a child actor to an adult actor is no easy task. Definitely, it's definitely a tough process, I think, a lot of the times. But yeah, I mean, I've never played a character like, Vic. I mean, being able to play in this power world is such a unique and wonderful opportunity. It's a lot of fun. The stakes are so high, and it's really enjoyable. And I've learned a lot about myself in the process. And, being able to play with this cast for 3 seasons is a real treat. I've never gotten to do that in my career, run a character for 3 full seasons and do the arcs and be a part of the storytelling like that as a mainstay. So it's been a real treat. I'm excited for this final season, and I think that the fans are not going to be disappointed. So I'm looking forward to it finally airing. It's been a while, we've been waiting for this to come out for a minute, so it's exciting. Yeah, I know, right?
Now this. I've got one more question. This is the last question. This is for both of you guys.
Yo,
So,
pause right quick.
behind
Pause. I gotta know. Was this before or after the deadline? Like, did you squirrel this?
She had like whoever it was, it was like look, they said wrap it after this last question. Like, and I was like, I just went for the goalpost. I was like, yo, all right, I'm gonna tell you. That's what I did. I was like, last question. Look, you heard me. I was like, look, I sounded like a scared kid. Like, oh, look, please. Just one more. Just one more cookies, please. That's what I felt like. So I just went into it like that. And you know what? The way I conveyed it was I was hoping that that person on the other end of the computer was thoughtful and had like a, you know, that heart that be like, I'll give him this last one. And to the point, the questions got answered. They got answered. I got them in and they got answered. So let's go.
Yeah, but you know, they be thinking like, yeah, you might have got your question, but we got this person and that person in queue, and that they could care less about your little social media. They just want to get everybody off the docket. But I'm glad I don't know if I think we all had that in common. Like, if it's 10 minutes and we're down to like 8 minutes and 30 seconds, we're not like, okay, we're done. We're like, nah, I got one more question.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. So but there's a difference, right? Like you saw with Kira's interview when she was talking, clip, stop immediately. Like she was in mid-sentence. And with Ty, he was like, no. Let me get one more. And he tried to appeal to the editor and they let him cook. So in each of these opportunities, I always say, you know, you don't know when you're going to get another chance.
Right.
You don't know when you're going to get another opportunity to talk to this cast in this format about this show. This is the final season. If you really have this opportunity, take it. If you have any like imposter syndrome, one piece of advice I was given that I still carry with me to this day is if you're in the room, that means you deserve to be there. Don't let anyone make you feel like you don't or somebody is more important than you. Take it opportunity and shoot your shot.
Amen. All right, good motivational message there. Let's go ahead and see the conclusion of Bad Ty and his good work with the folks over there at Power Force Ghosts.
Off camera, I know both of you are very much into music. You being a lyricist, Miriam, and Shane, you being you're a singer in your own right. What behind the scenes do we miss? Do you guys like have little sessions? Do you sing? Do you dance? Do you do all these things on set?
Oh yeah, you know Shane, he's always choreographing like different numbers for us. So when we come, no, I'm just kidding.
6, 7, 8, let's go. Yeah.
No, I think you know, it's wonderful that we both have different things, you know, different interests outside of like acting and everything. I think it probably fuels, you know, both of us. I know definitely for me it does. But you know, behind the scenes or headed to scene, I'm always, you know, spitting some bars or just kind of like, you know, taking the time to like just kind of get focused and everything, seeing what I can take from being, you know, a lyricist and how I can use those, you know, that skill set in terms of Stacey Marks. You know, there's a different level of confidence that comes, you know, with being a lyricist. The bars have to be, you know, on point. So, you know, Stacey Marks has to have the right words at the right time with the right people. Can't say the wrong thing to the wrong people at the wrong time, you know. So that's for myself, though.
How about you, Shay?
Yeah, no, we're not. We haven't mixed it up in the studio making any tracks with the crew. That hasn't happened. But just as a group, you know, there's so much love, and it's always such an elevated experience on set with these guys. You know, like I mean, we've had so much fun, and you'd be surprised at how goofy and how funny everybody can be, like especially on the heavier scenes. You know, it's like life and death. It's also serious. As soon as they call cut, we're joking, we're having a great time. Walking by, you know, Chris Lofton's trailer, he's got music going from his trailer, and you know, we're just like having a great time. And I think that reflects in the work for sure. You know, I think you can feel how much synergy there is with this cast, and it's all love with everyone. So, you know, we're just happy you can show up on the screen.
Well, I want to thank both of you for your time.
Yeah, thank you both. Hey, one time, bad Ty. Come on, man. With the that's the wrong. Yeah, man. But dog got, you know what I'm saying? Interview on a lot. Did you did you tell us about a little bit of the research you put in? Because that last question was not no spur of the moment. Like that felt like it. Because I mean, I know we know about old girl Miriam singing, but did you really know that that old boy also, Mr. Shane had music talents as well? Like
he got signed. He actually got signed. He had a whole album. Shane is a bona fide artist. So but yes, when I did my research, I found out these things, and what I do in a lot of interviews, especially I didn't know. Well, I did know prior to the interview that they would be paired. So when you have someone paired, you look for familiarities. So if I can ask one question for this one, I can ask that one for the same question for the other. So that way I knock out two birds with one stone. And that was what I did with that last question, was I knocked out two birds with one stone so I could get both answers, and the connection between the two with the music. And so I knew she was a lyricist. And I've even heard some of her stuff, man. She so like she does poetry and all kind of stuff. So man, that's part of the process.
Okay. That was dope, man. That was dope. And so there were more interviews that Ty did, because Ty is the man, hallelujah. And so we actually have not only the ones that we just saw with Miriam and Shane, but if I'm not mistaken, our next interview involves Carmela and Manuel. Now, go ahead and give us a little bit of. I remember you were kind of excited about this one.
Was I?
Give us a little bit. Just give us a little bit of background on what to expect from these Jones.
Okay, so Miguel and Maria, which is their names on the show, they came into season 2. So their first introduction was in season 2. And Miguel is the antagonist to Tommy. And so they basically go head up. But the thing about it is Maria, who is Miguel's sister, falls in love with Tommy, and Tommy falls in love with her. So we're dealing with that in season 3, post season 2. They want to kill each other. Miguel wants to kill Tommy. Tommy wants to kill Miguel. But there is Maria, right, stuck in the middle. I love you and I want to be with you. Well, if you love me, then don't kill my boyfriend. And boyfriend, don't kill my brother. That's probably gonna be,
You think?
Yeah, it's not gonna work out if either of those things happen. So, that's kind of where we move into season 3 is, what's gonna happen between all three of their relationships. And Maria is a beautiful woman. She's very attractive, very, very personable. And as you'll see in the video, Miguel is also personable, but in a very different way.
Really? Oh, really? So Miguel's a little candid with us, huh?
No, Miguel is like I said in the video, I was like, if ever there were somebody, if I needed a big brother, you would want Miguel to probably be your big brother, man. He's like, just the way he portrays on screen and then off screen, you're like, you know what? You just reasserted my whole idea of you being my big brother. Matter of fact, can we just go off and have a talk in the corner?
A talk, huh?
Yeah. Just a quick talk. Just a quick talk, man.
A little talk. All right. Well, let's go ahead. Let's see what this talk is all about. This is a 2-parter, if I'm not mistaken. So keep your finger close to that pause button right quick, and let's see what it is that they talk about over in the world of Power Book or Force. Tommy Led. What's happening, man?
Vlog. Nice to meet you both.
Hi, Charlie. Thanks for having us.
Oh, absolutely. I'm such a fan of you both. I want to jump straight into it. I'll start with you first, Carmela. In season 2, we're introduced to Maria and Miguel, and we immediately see that Miguel is fiercely protective of his younger sibling. being that you're the oldest sibling to two younger sisters who are also aspiring actresses in their own right, did you find that helpful in preparing for the role, or did it just all seem a little foreign at first?
You're spot on, Tyleem. My sisters are my everything in life. I'm so fiercely protective over them. So even though Miguel is older than Maria, I think she's really protective over him too. She obviously cares about his health, being a nurse and helping him with his insulin and his diabetes. But I also know she cares for his safety. And then bringing Tommy into the equation, she is just forced to come into this almost like a mama bear persona where she has these two men in her life that she is a ride or die for each of them. And I think the season gets really interesting because she somehow has to figure out how to be that for both of them at the same time.
Wow,
Yo, pause real quick, please. Because if y'all should see what we see, like Ty on the other end with all kind of googly eyes.
Yo,
Damn.
did you see the color that came into his cheeks when she said Tyleem?
Tyleem.
It was the way she said my name, bro. I was just like, oh my God. Just say it again. Just say it. Just keep saying it. Just say it. Say it.
Ty's whole face. Even when he's just watching the interview, he's like,
yeah. I was blushing.
You're blushing now.
He couldn't even look her in the eye.
I couldn't. Nah, real talk. Like she's gorgeous in person. She's really nice. And yeah, man. Every time she said my name, like something just went through my body. It
something did, yeah.
It just went through my body. I was like, yes, man.
Yeah, because like you notice, like Ty immediately took his eyes off her. He's like, so it's good to have y'all. So, did you? Like, you can't even get your eyes on them. So I just thought that was dope. And yeah, she said your whole name, Tyleem.
Oh, and the way she said it, man. You know, people mess up. Like when you tell them, when I tell them my name, I'll be like Tyleem. They be like Tyleem. I'll be like, no, Tyleem. She did not mess up. She did not mess up.
She did her research.
It was meant to be said, and I appreciate that, Carmela.
She knew who you was. She knew what she was messing with, man. She know what she know what she want.
Yes.
Let me stop. Right. I'm just kidding. These are just jokes. We respect you. Let's go ahead and let's get the rest of that in there, man.
Manuel, I would just want to say, first of all, if ever there were a big brother that I could have, I would want him to be you. Because you don't play about your family. I can see that. But Manuel, Miguel may be one of the darker roles you've played in recent years. What is the preparation that goes into playing a character like this? And what do you do to center yourself mentally after being in the role?
I take life experiences. I take people that I've interacted with. I take family members who may be in that life. So everything I encounter in life, whether I'm writing, whether I'm acting, I take that and I put it into the character that I'm playing. If I'm gonna play a lovable dad, obviously I'm gonna take how I treat my children, how I raise my children. So in preparation, I took everyone that I encountered growing up in the rough streets of San Bernardino and characters that I've seen on TV who I was a fan of. And in order to, I'll tell you one thing, sometimes you get lost in the character and it can be very exhausting. When you get offset, you just need a drink or maybe a couple and a joint. And that's what I did to kind of unwind and, flush Miguel out at night and then go to sleep like a baby.
I appreciate your honesty.
Bro, hey, come on, man. You gotta pause, man. You gotta pause, man. Come on, man. Like, what, like, Ty, how do you get these answers out of people? My dog is a full-fledged Barbara Walters. You got him to basically speak on his habitual post-acting habits in a manner that was candid. And frankly, he was like, I ain't bothered about it, shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, but for you, I feel like that was a moment.
Well, let's be very clear. I think Miguel lives in California where it is legal.
Right. Yeah.
So I think when you live in a state where it's legal, it's way more lax in the conversations. Like, hey man, I'm gonna hit a joint. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like I'm gonna go buy a pack of cigarettes because it's legal to do so. So, but the fact that he was very, just forthright with his comments just goes to the core of what I've been saying about him initially. Is like you would want somebody who's genuine, who's fierce, who's, to be in your corner. And I think he's a genuine individual. And I think sometimes when you send out genuine energy, it's reciprocated. And I think he kind of reciprocated the energy back. And I appreciate. I was very appreciative of it.
Yeah, that was dope. Let's go ahead and keep it going. What's the rest of this say? If you don't mind, Mr. Ant.
Back to you, Carmela. How is Maria able to navigate life as a nurse on the show with so much violence and death around her from the people closest to her?
I think she has a lot of heart and a lot of strength. I think that her experience as a nurse has shown her a lot of dark sides of Chicago, obviously a lot of violence that comes through her doors, and she's been able to build a strong wall to face it and see it. I think she wants to be able to use that trait to help Tommy and be there for him and his crew. And so it'll be really cool to see where she's able to step into her own strengths and use her own prowess to be able to help him and also figure out how to still incorporate Miguel in her life.
That's wonderful. One last question.
Yo, you see that, right? Listen. I'm telling you, listen. Look, this. I'm glad y'all caught that. Yo, I'm so gone over her at that moment. Like I'm just like she's talking, and I'm like, listen. It's no disrespect to her. She answered the question, but I was like, it felt like the Charlie Brown teacher when she goes, like bro. It was like because I was just like, I couldn't. You see, I was like, oh man, I had to get myself. I was like, man, gosh, man, this is so far.
Oh my god,
man, this is just so beautiful,
man.
Such a beautiful young lady.
Oh man,
man.
At this
She answered the question.
At this point in time in the conversation, how much time did you have left?
No. I'd already like that. She had already already hit me with the wrap it up. Now this one was like a wrap it up.
Okay.
And so I the fact that I was even able to get 2 questions in for each of them, because I still have 1 question left, even though that was like the wrap. But again, I pleaded, and it happened. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes just
smitten. Word of the day.
Yeah, the man was gone, and I can't blame you though, man. I ain't gonna lie, bro.
I was.
And she said your whole name.
And she says it again. He says it again, and I light up one more time.
She says it again. Okay, let's go ahead and conclude. Let's get the conclusion of the interview, if you don't mind, Con. And this, ladies, is the end of the interview.
Like to see from your characters, as far as growth and in this season as opposed to last season. And you can go first.
Okay, I think Maria this season should lean into her own independence. She's obviously caught in the middle of Miguel's world and Tommy's world and where they collide. But I would love for her to look in the mirror and trust her heart and trust what's best for her instead of catering to these 2 men who are such big forces in her life. She has to find a way to honor that love, but also honor herself.
Oh God.
How about you, Manuel?
I would say that in growth, he wants to take over the entire map. And at the end goal, I think he wants to, you've heard the song, Na Na Na, Kiss Him Goodbye. That's what he wants.
Thank you both for so much for your time. Again, I'm a huge fan. I wish you guys the most success, and I can't wait to see you guys in future projects and hopefully in another season. I know this might be the last season, but hey, we can only hope.
Thanks for being a part, Tylene. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Again.
Hey, at least you're a little here.
She said it again. She said it again.
She did this.
Did you
Best
cheat
day of my
after
life.
that interview, Ty?
She does the best day of my life. Best day of my life. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. All right. That was a lot of fun, man. Yo, you held your own, man. That was yeah. Why I can't imagine like if I had to interview like Rihanna or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, how do you get through that interview without being like, oh my God, you're Rihanna? You know what I'm saying? Like, what, you know? It's so like fantastic, bro. When did this already drop? Did Power already drop? Forgive me.
The new season has officially dropped. Yes.
Right. Okay. Cool. So I think we got just a couple more here. I'm sorry, I just saw Yaz's comment.
Oh, what, man?
Look at the private.
You thought he was gonna be, hey, listen,
I was not expecting that. That just threw me off. I'm not gonna lie. Like, oh man, that would have been my face. Like,
nah, I loved that whole joke, where he told about his habits. That's so dope to me. Now I know I'm not the only one. Yeah, you know I mean, but anyway, so I think we have the last bit, which is the showrunner of the show, if I'm not mistaken. Let me know when you're ready. Ann.
I think I have another one.
Oh, we got another one.
There's
okay.
another.
I did those two. I did Miriam and Shane. I did the showrunner, and then I also did my boy
oh yeah
Jannard
yeah. We want to see the Jannard joint, then we'll go ahead and hop out for this, man, and then we'll start to wrap up in a little bit. But yeah, the Power joint. Now let me ask the chat real quick. Let me come to the chat. Are y'all Power fans in the chat? Do y'all I'm gonna keep it 100. I watched Power I watched it with Ghost. I watched it with James St. Patrick. All right. And toward the conclusion of that, I was like, all right. That's all right, I get it. It was specifically, I don't want to spoil it, but it was a family member that unfortunately may have went through some problems or may not have survived, and the way that they reacted to it kind of made me feel like they didn't really know how to act that well. But I'll leave that alone. But outside of that, yeah, I think that it's dope that 50 has this whole thing set up. And so let's go ahead and continue. The next ones I think that you were able to interview was, I think, Jannard, right, Ty?
Mm-hmm.
What's his name? Jannard.
It's his name on the show is Jannard.
Right.
His name. Oh man, it's been a minute.
Hold on, I had it.
It's. I mean, I'll say his name and
all right, my bad. I didn't mean to put you on the spot.
Adrian and Chris.
Yes, Christy
Adrian
Lofton.
Walker and Christy Lofton.
Yeah.
Adrian and Chris. So old boy's name is Adrian.
No. Old boy's name is Christy Lofton, and Adrian is the young lady who is also in the interview.
Adrian Walker.
She plays
Shanty
Showstopper, and he plays Jannard on the show. Jannard is the brother of a major gang called GB something. And they're like a well-known black gang in Chicago, and based in the Powerverse. And Tommy, when he initially comes to Chicago, he teams up with Jannard's brother, who's Diamond, who I didn't actually get a chance to interview him or Tommy, but Jannard's whole role in the storyline is that he ran the gang while Diamond was locked up for years. Diamond comes home, takes over the gang, which Jannard doesn't sit well with. And then there's a fallout in season 2 where he tries to actually off his brother and everything like that. So he also deals with substance abuse in season 2, and he has to snap out of that. And so, season 3 is basically Jannard and Shanti trying to take over GB whatever. The gang is basically them trying to take over the gang.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and get on into it. This is Bad Tie Interviews, the Power Force cast. And here we got Jannard and some other characters and a lovely young black lady who I can't wait to hear even more from. Let go.
Hi, Chris. How are y'all this afternoon?
What's up? Doing great. How are you?
I'm great. I'm just going to jump straight into it. Adrian, let me ask you first. Adrian, you grew up in Georgia, but went to school in Chicago. How did that prepare you for the role of Shanti? And also, what are the similarities that you share with the character, if any, that help you play her so well?
Oh, well, thank you. I spent about 6 years in Chicago, and I think for this character, it just kind of helped me understand the dynamics, mostly the race dynamics in Chicago. You ride the red line and it starts one way and it ends another. And that's pretty distinct. Even though I grew up in Georgia, which is traditionally a Southern state, I hadn't felt something so acutely divided before. And so I brought that to Shanti in that, and it's something that Chris mentioned earlier. It's like, she's not checking for Tommy. And number one, she's not checking for him because he's white. And I think that's just the dynamic that they would have there. There's no one that's going to come from another state and be white and come into CBI or any other gang and try to pull rank. It's just not going to happen. As far as me bringing myself to the character, that's tough because I know Shanti has a lot of unlikable qualities, but what I love about her is her strength and her drive and her ambition. And I do feel like those are real truths about me.
Margot, good day.
Chris,
I my fault. I thought you wanted to pause between each question.
Oh yeah, I mean that's good. You caught me off. Yeah, I was sitting there like an idiot getting ready for the next game. But yeah, man. Well, first of all, I know. I ain't gonna do you like that. I ain't gonna do you like that. I mean, but your energy's changed a little bit for this interview, but it's all good. But you definitely. You know what? Now let it roll because I really want to see, because I had a chance to get a sneak peek at this. I really want to get into Jannard, the character named Jannard, and how he responds to Ty's characters, to Ty's questions. So if we could proceed with the interview, kind sir.
I'm going to be honest. I've been waiting to talk to you because I've been watching so many old clips of interviews you've done, and one of the things that that's really stood out to me is that you've been acting since you were 12 years old. So I mean, that's over 20 years in the game. Do you? In one of the interviews, you were saying like a lot of people looked at you as a rookie, and do you feel like playing the role of Jannard has identified you as Timothy D. Lofton? Timothy D. Lofton. For those who maybe haven't followed your career and don't know your journey.
No, man, that's crazy. First of all, thank you, bro. That means a lot.
Please,
real truth. The fact that you would say that, it does mean a lot to me.
Yo, this. You gotta back that up. You gotta play that shit again.
Yo, he rolled up out his seat, bro. He rolled up out his seat. He was like, yo. He rolled up out his seat for that one, bro.
Ty, I ain't gonna lie. Out of all the questions, this is my favorite. This is my favorite question that you asked out of all of the cast, because everybody they faces lit up. Everybody laughed. This was the icebreaker. It took down the whole level of tension. I don't know this dude. Oh, okay, he cool. So I'm just interested in everything that went in, because you're reading. This is a well thought out question. You did research. You referenced other times you saw him. So what all went into this question? And if you don't mind backing it up to the beginning of that question, so we can get an instant replay, because Yes.
Got it.
Come on, Ty.
Yeah, man. So yeah, I do try to do my due diligence in any interview. I just feel like it's showing the person that you're interviewing that you have an interest. You also are detail oriented. So I try to do those things just to, kind of let them know that, look, I didn't just come in here and just make up some shit real quick. And I yeah, when it came down to that particular question, that's exactly what I was looking for. I was looking for a question that would let your guard down, and you kind of just at that point, we're on an even playing field, and I think it did exactly what I thought it would do. And his response, man, and the way he opened up after that was just
Timothy, bro.
Timothy. Yeah.
You wrote down the word Timothy?
I absolutely wrote down the word Timothy. I mean, it's Timothy is now valid, and people know what Timothy is when you like, I'm him. I'm Timothy. You know what I'm saying? I even think old boy from the Migos has a song called Timothy. I want to say, you know what I'm saying? But I think it was one of those things that, again, for the culture, you can relate. He could relate. He understood what I was talking about, and it was just bigging him up. It was also just bigging him up because, again, don't like take light of the fact that what I said. He's been in the game over 20 years. He started as a kid. Right. And he's been in the game over 20 years, which means you have experience that a lot of newer actors may not have, but yet you're not known on the scale of some actors who also put in that type of time. So I felt like this role was the role that maybe defines him a little bit better as an actor in terms of what we see on screen. And I think, he answers the question and kind of lets you know that maybe he's in agreement.
Yeah, love it, man. Let's go ahead and get that from the jump. Go ahead, Ant, man. This is phenomenal work, man. One time for Bad Tie.
I've been waiting to talk to you because I've been watching so many old clips of interviews you've done, and one of the things that I that's really stood out to me is that you've been acting since you were 12 years old. So I mean, that's over 20 years in the game. Do you? In one of the interviews, you were saying like a lot of people looked at you as a rookie, and do you feel like playing the role of Jannard has identified you as Timothy D. Lofton?
Timothy D. Lofton. To those who maybe haven't followed your career and don't know your journey. No, man, that's crazy. That's first of all, thank you, bro. That means a lot, for real, true. The fact that you even said that, it does mean a lot to me, and I feel that Jannard made me a household name because before Power, before Jannard, it was just like, oh, who is this? And like, I feel like I've seen him somewhere before. He got a familiar face. Like, wait, where'd you go to school? Where you go to college? Where do you go to church with what do I know you from? It was just, Chris has a familiar face, but you couldn't place it. And then when you tell them, oh, I'm an actor, I was on this show. Oh, I did see you in there. Oh, okay, good, But Power, Jannard, that solidified me as, oh no, you Jannard. That's Jannard. That's the brother from Power. That's the brother that's the one. Oh, you gotta go. Like it turns into that. It's like now it's household name. That's your Jannard from Power. And I feel like I wouldn't say it turned me into Timothy D. Lofton, which is hilarious and that's dope. I think that it did put people on notice. And like you said, how I said that people might look at me like a rookie because they didn't know my work before. I think that helps me. I don't look at that as a negative. I look at that as a positive. Like, yeah, look at me like a rookie. So then it's like I'm outplaying your expectations now. Because if you thought I was a rookie, you probably only expected this from me. But then if I can go the extra mile and give you this, you're going to take that even further and say that, oh, wow, this newcomer is amazing. When like I've been ready for this for 23, 25 years. I've been ready. It's just like now y'all are finally paying attention. I told you so. It's one of them moments. Told you.
That's powerful, man.
Let it ride.
I know I'm supposed to wrap, I just have one last question, really, really quick.
Yes, sir.
I know you and Adrian are both into music heavy, and I was just wondering, is there a chance? Because I actually asked the showrunner, Gary. I asked Gary, is there a possibility that we could see in this season 3 a showcase of some of that talent? Because you guys, I mean, it's like I want to see you guys be able to, show all of your ability. Is that a possibility?
Maybe a little bit. I feel like because Shanti is so hard edged, seeing a little softness from her would be nice. That's all I'll say.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna see too much music out of Jannar. I don't think we're gonna see too much music out of Jannar. But you never know.
You never know. No, I keep fingers crossed. Well, thanks again for your time, guys. It was a pleasure meeting you. I wish you guys both supreme success. And Jannar, you are Himothy. You are Himothy.
Thank you, bro. Thank you so much, Tulane. Very paid.
Yo, my dog. Oh my God!
Yeah.
Yo, I could. When I first saw the shit, I couldn't stop laughing. I was like, yo, because he's reading it. He's like, do you now think that you are qualified to be Himothy
Timothy D. Lofton. Timothy D. Lofton. That's right.
Yo, Pimp, man, come on, man. Shout out my dog, Bad Time, man. Get that man his flowers. Man, pulled up on the interview and crushed it, man. Crushed it. Did you get everything you was looking for out of it, man?
Oh man, like I said again, this was a great experience. Everybody was very graceful. Everybody was very forthcoming with their answers. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't have asked for a better cast to interview, and I'm looking forward to the next steps, man. I got a little something on the on the up, maybe on the horizon, maybe coming soon. Maybe a little juicy, maybe some more juicy content coming from some interviews up there in the very near future. So you just gotta stay tuned, and maybe you'll see something you like.
All right. Look at that. New Blurred Order and the movie blog link up, and good content ends up being the result. Shout out to Ant-Man for helping us achieve all of this. And shout out to y'all just for being dope as hell. We ain't gonna, what I'm saying, we're not doing a 3-hour show today, y'all. I'm sorry. But we don't gotta end this very moment. I am curious if we can share any news on the new front with regard to what we may be expecting in these days to come. Are we still under embargo? And can we not even talk about? Can we show some Mighty Nine a little? Non-spoiler Mighty Nine.
was with.
Without,
I don't know.
It hasn't dropped yet.
It hasn't dropped yet at all.
No.
Yeah. What if I asked? Okay. All right. Well, damn. All right. Well, I'm not going. All right. Well. Let me do this because I thank y'all for being my boundaries. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not good at this. So let me just go ahead and preface it by saying this. So for those of y'all that are like me, that were big fans, like me and Yaz, of the Vox Deus Vox Machina. I know it's not what it's called, but you know what I'm talking about. There's another series that is going to hit pretty soon. It's called The Mighty Nine. And in this series, it's essentially the same cast, but a different story of that the Vox Machina. So this, if you can't, these folks are all in a Dungeons and Dragon type of ordeal. This project, for those unaware, is one that's based on their Dungeons and their D&D campaign. And they basically, if I'm not mistaken, and correct me if I'm wrong, they end up making, in collaboration with a whole bunch of different entities like Prime and whatever animation studios they work with, they make an animated series out of their D&D campaign, and it is phenomenal. It is remarkable. It is completely ridiculous. I loved every minute of it. Vox Machina is so dope. And to have more of that type of content just really, really gets me geeked up. Yes, I know you and I were both big proponents of Vox Machina. I can't wait for you to get a chance to check out the Mighty Nine. The one thing I will say again, because I can't spoil any of it, is that if you were a fan of Vox Machina, then this is more than likely going to be up your alley. You can read that it is not the same, so don't go in there expecting it to be a duplicate. In fact, I would say that this is a little bit more of a more complex version of Vox Machina. Vox Machina is very jovial and whatnot. This one gets a little deeper. All right, so we'll just leave it right there. But I cannot wait for y'all to get a chance to take a look at it, because I got a chance to interview the whole cast. But I don't think I'm allowed to talk about it yet.
No.
I don't think I'm supposed to say nothing. Yeah, so I think so unfortunately, I think that's where it's gonna have to stay for now. But very much looking forward to y'all. Did y'all in the chat? Did y'all check out Vox Machina? You look like a Tyrese. You did kind of look like a Tyrese. Amazon put the first episode up for free the other day. Oh, okay. So episode 1 is up. Okay. So all right. Well, I don't know if I can. I can't reveal anything, or we could be under risk. But I will say, I need y'all to watch it, or at least do the 8-minute test. All right, and let me know what y'all feel about it. And that goes for the chat. All right, Lisa, good to see you again. Lisa, what's got you watched all of Vox Machina? Yeah, we never get to break down Vox Machina like I like, but whatever. All right, so maybe one of these days, and come back next week. I think I can do this. This isn't a spoil. I particularly can't wait for y'all to check this out, because I get a chance to interview. Do y'all remember Growing Pains?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess nobody else watched Growing Pains.
I mean,
Leonardo DiCaprio, Mike Seaver.
Yeah. So I mean, I wasn't a huge watcher of Growing Pains, but I did get a chance to, because she is a part of the cast. I was able to interview Ashley Johnson, who was a member of that cast. Remember? And we got to talk about some of the stuff that she brought to the table. This isn't a spoil. I think I could ask. My question to her was like, did you even know Dungeons and Dragons? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you grew up kind of on a set, like, how did you, I just wanted to know, like, was it a weird concept to you to kind of be brought into this ordeal? So go check that out. So once this embargo is lifted, we'll get an opportunity to kind of talk a little bit about that. And yes, even more, please. And what's up?
Real quick, just because the chat brought it up, Amazon uploaded the first full episode of the Mighty Nine.
Oh,
it's up on YouTube right now. So for anyone that wants to check it out, the Mighty Nine, season 1, episode 1, Moat of Possibility on the Amazon Prime Video channel.
Yeah. All I can say to you for a fact is that if you were a fan, like I said, of the Vox Machina animated series, then you'll more than likely be a fan. I will also say, don't go in expecting Vox Machina. That's not what it is. Give it a few episodes to kind of let the beat build a little bit, and I think you'll definitely get what you want out of it. All right, man, cool. Look, on the way out of here, there's a couple other things that I wanted to holler at y'all about before we start getting ready to break on about this bit, because I'm sure y'all got things to do. But a couple things. I know that you're really geeked up about the season 4 wrapping for From. And like, ain't that your favorite show? Yeah, man. So I know you happy about it.
It's up there.
When is it? Do you know when it's going to drop so we can know when we can finally start talking about it again?
Early 2026. It's dropping early 2026. They went all of 2025 without an episode releasing. I know that's been a painful wait for a lot of people, but early 2026, we're going to return to the world of From and try to figure out if these fuckers can get the hell out this town.
I know, right? But From is like, that following is so crazy. Mm-hmm. Like, I until you brought us into this world, like, I don't think we had any clue like how deep the Fromly was. I mean, some of us, some people that are still in here, like, I mean, I can't go all the way down the comment list, but the family is deep. You got folks still commenting on your videos like, "Oh, when's it coming back?" Like they clamoring, right? Ant?
Every day, it's in my top 3 videos viewed in my YouTube studio. It's a From video. One of the somewhere in the 3. It's up there.
I'm sorry.
What?
Go ahead. I was going to ask you if it was frustrating that there aren't other projects that seem to have that same draw. Like you would think that it's no. I mean, you would think that this would be the same type of cult following you can get from Foundation, right? Or Silo, but those followings don't seem to like be as rapid.
Well, the difference is that those are pre-existing, right? Like people kind of have an idea of where those things are going based off of their books and whatever came before that. But we're all in this together. Nobody knows what the hell is actually going to happen. And it's on such a niche little channel every day. Somebody is discovering this show for the first time. I was just getting a video editor ready. And it's funny. I was like, yo, I need you to take your time. Try to watch just some of the first season for me so we can start, getting hyped and get ready for this. I got him 2 days later. He was like, all right, dude, I finished. I was like, you finished the first couple episodes? He's like, no, I'm ready for season 4. We doing this now or what?
Wow. That's a lot to watch.
Yeah, but it still has that compelling pull for people who watch it for the first time. You give it that first 8 minutes and you can't put it down. So that is the power of From. I'm ready for it.
Yeah. I think I'm geeked for it too. I mean, I wasn't on board immediately. It kind of, but the man in yellow got me all. With the man in yellow, bruh, changes everything. Like the last 10 minutes of the last episode changed everything. Goddamn. So ain't no way I'm gonna miss any of that.
Miley's back, man in yellow. Shit's got to get nuts in that town right now. Like, woo.
I feel like From is taking us on this long, beautiful excursion just to break up with us. You know what I'm saying? you like, I'm really into this girl. I really like her. Like, oh my God, she's everything. Oh, mom, you gotta meet her. And like you think everything you tell all your friends about her and all of that. And then like you go on this trip and you just think it's about to be exciting. And then she's like, I've been thinking. I'm so sorry, though. I don't think this is gonna work. And you're just like, what? What do you mean? No, it's not. It's not you. It's me. I feel like it's gonna. I feel like we're really just keep it like because it just does that, man. It's like, yo, you're like, oh, it's so funny. We think we know what we're talking about. We like, we thinking, and then it just smacks you and it's like, you never knew love. You never knew. You never knew.
It's not on the same scale. It's not on the same scale, but I feel like there have been some shows that have done that to us. Right, like Halo was one that I feel like Halo was shit on so unnecessarily. Like, there's no reason why we couldn't at least have got a season 3. All right, maybe it's not that good. I thought that Cowboy Bebop deserved a season 2. Shout out to my man Mustafa Shakir and the way he there's a few of them out there that I feel like I frankly I think that The Last Dragon. The Last Dragon.
The
Last Dragon.
You talking about Bruce Lee?
The Last Dragon.
Man, if you don't stop this,
The Last Dragon.
Man, there you go with The Last Dragon.
It deserves more publicity. Is all I'm saying. Like, I'm so tired of Last Dragon only being a movie from the 80s. Like, there's so many ways to build on that franchise. No. Barry Gordy does not have to be over Motown for us to be able to find new roles for Bruce Leroy. And for come on, man, he caught the bullet with his. That's the end. That's it. That's all we get.
Yeah, man. Like, listen, you don't listen. Leave some of my stuff alone, bro. I ain't saying you like all this, but leave The Last Dragon alone, man. Leave it alone. It was a classic. It was done right. It was. Yo, my man, my pops, by the way, he be out here. He's still be out here. Yeah, he out here. Yeah, probably somewhere, somebody's Comic-Con right now, talking about that joint. But what you're describing is two different things. What I was saying was, you know what? I'll give you a perfect example. Remember how excited we were for me and you specifically. I know nobody else, but me and you, how excited we were for the Ragnarok series.
Oh my God.
Remember how we came out was like, yo, this shit is dope. Yo, they doing this and they took us on this journey of trash. Of trash. We literally would go through a whole season of trash. And then at the last episode, they would give us this great episode, and we'd be like, oh, we back again, we back. And then we went out 3 seasons with that to the 3rd season till they brought us to the end. And then we were like, what the was this?
Yeah,
like,
that's a very long, disappointing journey.
That whole series was like that. I mean, dude.
Hey, what's worse? Yes, what was worse? Ragnarok or Mortal?
Mortal.
Oh my God. Both bad.
Terrible. Oh my God,
they're both in the same stature. Okay, after we
no, that's
like
different.
Loki birthing the serpent thing, like that was just
man, that was always suspect.
It was like,
yeah, that was
and
suspect.
the storyline just like didn't even get any better than that. Like that was like the pinnacle of it. It was like he birthed the, you know what I'm saying? We got to see him birth that was like the whole like high point of this fucking entire series. Like, come on, man, like that was not.
All right,
but look, yeah, to your point. The series ended as though none of that ever happened. Like
that's why I don't even like talk about it. I don't even like talk about it. Like so, some of it was just basically
like, yo,
did it happen? Did it not happen?
Let's do
Hey, I'm muting all y'all because I don't even want to remember that shit. But what I do want to remember is what happened with Bruce Leroy and how we should stay. Did y'all know this about The Last Dragon?
About Denzel. I'm gonna let everybody know Denzel auditioned for this movie.
What? Denzel Washington auditioned for The Last Dragon
for both roles.
Shown up and for
No
way.
Yes. Lawrence Fishburne also auditioned as well. This was a big deal. Think about it. Like, this is a big move. Wesley Snipes also went out for Bruce Leroy.
Wait till you hear what's next.
And which is crazy because then I feel like because he didn't get it, he's showing everybody how his martial arts.
Yeah.
I'm kicking everybody.
You made a mistake.
Kicking everybody in their face. And y'all should have gave me Bruce Leroy. But when I found that out, I was like, hey, yo. But I mean, you're talking about it's Barry Gordy, bro. Like, you know what I mean? And in a martial arts, like, come on. You know what I mean? Action movie for a black around that time.
But here's the thing. And shout out to Ty Mike. That goes to show because he was an unknown. So he was supposed to get that role. And what he did with that role was it was a fish out of water, but it was so genuine and authentic.
Right.
Yeah.
I believed everything that he did for him to have been introduced to us. I know that it would have been a different movie with any of those 3 actors.
100%.
Facts. And Tamak wasn't an actor at that point. He was actually trained in martial arts.
Wow.
And his stunt coordinator.
Yeah.
I mean, his sensei was also a stunt coordinator for Hollywood films and used to be in a lot of films. He was the one that gave Tamak the job.
Wow.
That's how that happened. He was like, my student would be great for this.
He was right.
So also kudos to Tamak for this being his first movie and first acting gig. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy too. You know what I mean? So
it's a heavy load.
Yeah, it was a heavy load. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Since we're talking about Denzel.
I didn't know about all that originally.
Right.
And I think that's pretty dope. What you think?
On one point, though,
The
that
Wesley
does make
Snipes?
a lot of sense why Wesley was just like going around for a whole decade, just kicking people in the fucking face. Like this is validated right now because, like, I'm just saying, it was a whole decade. That is what you saw from Wesley Snipes. Was that behind? You know what I'm saying? That like that swing kick, bro. This just made sense.
It did make sense. I don't think I would have. Ty, just to close out this point, is it better that we got the Bruce Leroy we got as opposed to the ones who ended up being way bigger names? Is that show that authentic martial arts trumps good acting in these types of movies?
I don't know if I'm the right person. I don't know if I'm the right person to ask. That's my daddy. So of course I'm going to be. Of course I'm going to say, my picking my dad was the best decision y'all made. Like, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like that. Like, yeah, man. For me as a kid growing up, and I was a kid growing up when this movie came out. Like, this was our first, and I said this before on this platform. This was our first black superhero, man. This was what like he embodied all of the things that you would want in your black superhero: honesty, respect, loyalty. Like he embodied all of those things, like a grit, a drive to push, to persevere. Like this dude caught a bullet in his teeth. Like yo, like that it's like that you know, that was one of the iconic moments in the movie. Like, who's the master? I'm the master. No, it's Shogun. Yeah, like that, those. Yeah, leave the last alone. If you do happen, somebody does convince somebody to do something with the last dragon. Do not, and I repeat, do not do it without my daddy. Do not put that and that movie's gonna be successful.
All right, fair enough, man. All right, well, listen, I had one more thing I wanted to get y'all opinion on real quick, and we only have a few more minutes left. If you would enlighten me, this is something that I saw in our group, and I think that this could be funny or sad, or I don't know. This topic might be too deep to go out on, but I am curious as how y'all feel about this, and I think I'm going to put this as I would like to make this a part of my science segment. But the problem is I can't find a goddamn man. Where the goddamn
in the group chat so long you can't find the message you're looking for.
Okay, here we go. All right, y'all. So I hope y'all don't mind. This is science, motherfucker. Y'all tell me what y'all think about this.
According to him, starting December 25, 2025, a heavy rain will fall continuously for 3 years, flooding the entire world. He says God revealed it to him, and he has already begun building an ark to prepare for what's coming. Noah, who lives in a small community in Ghana, says he has spent months gathering strong, seasoned wood to build the ark. He claims the materials are not ordinary, that each piece has been prayed over and chosen under divine instruction, while many people
look, I'm not trying to knock belief systems. However, what is the first thing that goes to y'all mind? Do y'all automatically think, well, hey, look, the first Noah, you know what I'm saying? Did nobody believe him? Or do you think like I think, like, bro, there are cruise ships way bigger than that shit you building right now? Like, why is it that one is going to be the one that this ain't like back in the day when you building a big ark and everybody had to jump on because there wasn't no other big arks. Like there are literal, like there are floating aircraft carriers. This is not the same times. Why would those same messages be applicable in these times? Help me, please, quickly.
I think the biggest thing about like cruise ships is you got to remember that's steel. So just like, I mean, what was the most famous movie about a steel ship that like
Titanic?
Thank you. So what happened to it? Blunt force trauma can destroy that steel. You see what I'm saying? And it doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? Like it could be an iceberg. Okay. It could be you know an animal in the ocean attacking it. You see what I'm saying? Like there is different. Okay. And then once that steel is damage, there's, you know, unless you have fire, more steel and, you know, lumbar, like all that stuff, you know what I'm saying, to like fix it, basically like the tar and stuff like that, it's physically impossible. But with treated wood, you got to remember treated wood can like withstand a lot of things. You see what I'm saying? Like my husband is a painter, so like treated wood, if it's the right type of wood too, that should last forever, dude, like soaked or not soaked. You see what I'm saying? Like it's really strong, and depending on how he's making it and reinforcing it, I don't know. I mean, I want to see it when it's done. That's all I'm saying. It's going out in December. Vince, it's our birthdays. Let's get it. I'm riding on the boat.
All right. Well, look, I'm not trying to gym up a whole religious debate. That's not the goal. That's not what I'm trying to do here. This has nothing to do with what you or don't believe. It's the efficacy of this plot. I mean, this won't even fit all my cousins. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just wondering, like, I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm being insensitive, but I just get the sense that it's not going to be. He said, "Oh, it's the right kind. It's the great okay." Yeah. So I mean, listen, a lot of rain. Will the boat have Wi-Fi? Not on a wooden boat. Nah, man. Yeah, we don't get the invite. Yeah, we didn't get the message either. And this is supposed to start this December. I don't know. Listen, I'm not trying to knock what he believes. I just hope that he's, I hope that if it doesn't end up happening the way he does, think is going to happen, that he'll at least maybe be able to maybe make it into a tour or some sort of selfie trap.
Well, I thought your hope would be that he's not this is not for real. That would be my hope. That would like
I have no
hope,
concern about that.
my hope would be that this is not for real.
That doesn't make
That would
any
be my
sense.
hope.
First of all, let me say why it doesn't make sense from two different perspectives. Okay, just from two different perspectives. The first perspective is, all right, from a scientific standpoint, you already got my thing. Is like there's way more effective and larger, and I would say battle tested ships that'll be able to prevail in that are at sea right now. You know, that are at a base right now all over the world. But take that aside. From a religious standpoint, where did the rainbow come from? What's the message behind the rainbow?
I don't know.
Wasn't the rainbow put there after the flood, after Noah? All right, we going to a whole different. All right.
Honestly, I did it. I thought you was gonna say like if we're going by the religious aspect, the Bible says that the next time God comes, it'll be fire, not water. So like we already did the water thing, but what I'm saying is if this dude believes that he spoke to God and God told him, hey, scratch the fire thing. I felt like the water thing did enough the first time. We're gonna do that again. We're gonna run that back. And look, I'm putting you in charge of doing the things that I put my last note. It's so funny, my man's name's Noah too. It's like parallels. Listen. It's not. Well, listen. This could be the biggest publicity stunt, in the history, or
you think he's charging to get on the boat?
Yes.
I think that again brings attention to this man and his family, and we live in a time where you can profit off of that. So, say it doesn't happen, then Mr. Noah is gonna be like, well, maybe whatever the case may be. I don't know. All I'm saying is, again, if I was to hope against anything, it would be that this shit ain't true. Because otherwise, we all gonna be sitting here looking crazy.
Yeah, okay.
All right.
Bad Ty's point though, he's right though. You know what I'm saying? We do live in a time that the internet is everything. And like, if this is a stunt, whatever it is, this man will at least, you gotta understand, be making money, because everybody who needs some kind of carpentry job, they're gonna call that man. They're gonna be like, yo, you with the ark? Yo.
He thinks he's a real carpenter. Okay.
Yes.
Nah, look, hey, big up to my man. I hope he's wrong. All right. Let's just hope he's wrong, because God knows, like, if he's basically saying like God don't want nobody but me and my neighbors to live after December is what the message he's being conveyed, because he's making a ship that's essentially
like this December.
This December, that's what it sounds like. But you know what? There have been so many end of world predictions. We ain't got to get into all that. What I do know is that tomorrow, because today's Saturday, there will be another episode of Welcome to Derry, and I'm caught up. I don't know about y'all, and I would love if we could discuss this maybe next week. Well, maybe even we can discuss it in some other videos outside of this one, because we're gonna go ahead and end this one. But what I need y'all to do is make sure y'all follow, like, and subscribe, and also be on the lookout. I don't know if you've been able to, if you've checked it, but we've been putting up different content on the website every single day for the last couple of weeks, regarding a couple different shows, such as with Young Deuces, with Kira, with Anthony at the Movie Blog, and things like that. And starting next week, you'll also see a lot more videos on a daily basis popping up from our YouTube channel. So please make sure y'all on the front end of that. As always, man, it's good to share the screen with these folks. We're gonna see y'all again real soon. Shout out to the folks who wasn't able to make it today, but I hope y'all can come back at some point in time. That includes Kira. And who else it is we fuck with? That's it, right?
Man, everybody, man. We fuck with everybody. We fuck with everybody. You know what I mean?
I'm just playing. Kira, Young Deuces, Zayna, everybody. If I ain't miss your name, my apologies, because I do forget things. But be your authentic self. Thank you, Skylar. Because if you ain't being yourself, guess what? You being fake. And in all things, like
Ant, you just put Ant in the
See how it
background.
is. I see how it is.
Did you take
Shout out to me. I got put on timeout. It's with you. Damn.
I forgot about Ant.
Man.
If I didn't mention you, you know who I meant. You know what I
Shout
mean.
out to me.
Damn.
Thank you. Shout out to
Yo, on behalf of
Molly.
Ant,
Shout out to
be your
Molly.
authentic self. If you ain't be yourself, you being fake. Go ahead, Ant, take us out.
Yeah, let that geek flag fly.
Listen up. New Blurred. Hold on. Can I do it again? Hey, check out New Blurred Order. They're a whole vibe. It's the newest thing on the. Sorry, let me try that again. I'm so sorry. Hey, shout out to New Blurred Order.